Hey scholars, what's up? I hope everybody's doing just as fine as me and has a great day despite this crazy weather in North Carolina. My name is Paul Wiederspahn. I'm from Germany and study at the University of Mount Olive in North Carolina, and just want to welcome you all to today's research video number 267. So today's research article is about the effects of high intensity endurance training compared to moderate intensity endurance training, specifically interval versus continuous walking in elderly patients with post-infarction heart failure. I know this sounds kind of complicated, but since you guys have been in this field for quite some time, I don't expect any understanding issues for you guys. However, the main goal of the study was to evaluate the effects of exercise when intensity was the only independent variable. So, now to the study. There were 27 patients over the age of 50 participating in this 12-week study. There were 3 groups. One was the control group, which only trained once every 3 weeks. Then there was the high intensity group, which trained 3 times a week for an interval which was 4 times 4 minutes at 90 to 95% peak heart rate, with active resting sets between them with about 50 to 70% of the peak heart rate. Then the third group was the moderate intensity group, which trained as well 3 times a week for, and here it comes, 47 minutes continuous walking at 70 to 75% peak heart rate. Alright folks, I hope everybody's still watching me, and if not, you guys are missing out big time. Let's get back to business. After all this grueling training for the senior overachievers, their VO2 peak improved obviously. But here it comes. For the high intensity group, it improved by 46%, and I think that's a huge number. I was very surprised by that. So for the moderate intensity group, it improved by just 14%. And I think they just didn't put in that effort. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, all the high intensity group showed some more great improvements. A 15% lower oxygen cost, 8 beats per minute lower heart rate, and a 59% lower blood lactate at sub-maximal walking speed. Quite some impressive numbers from those old people. Still more to come from those that the moderate guys could not achieve. So the left ventricular dysfunction declined in the diastolic and systolic diameters by 12 and 15%, and in the end diastolic and end systolic volume by 18 and 25%. Okay, so for those that have no clue what I was just talking about, I mean the heart function in general was getting better. So the blood going into the heart and the blood getting pumped out of the blood. Both functions increased only in the high intensity group. Another effect was the improved quality of life for the high intensity group, for 2 reasons. First of all, the higher intensities seemed and appeared way more rewarding than just the continuous walking. Also, the continuous rhythm from the walking was just too boring compared to all the intervals that they did. Alright, these were the results. So now my opinion about the study. There were only 27 patients participating, and I think that was kind of like a small number, and so it's not always accurate and 100% precise. However, similar studies have found likewise results, and so I think high intensities and especially intervals should be incorporated into senior training programs for several reasons. First of all, the obvious one. It just gives you a greater cardiovascular improvement, just like the numbers show. The second thing is it gets them ready for fast pace and like quick moving moments and just daily life activities when, like, let's say there are a lot of people around, like the family is there and they just have to do a lot of stuff. So I hope all of you enjoyed my video, and I'm looking forward to see you again next week when I will talk about flexibility. Haut rein, Jungs und Mädels, wir sehen uns und mein Tipp für diese Woche, nicht zu viel saufen. Bis dann.